Now, mine is an observation and a question after that about tribalism in Kenya that seems to wipe out all values in even Christians. That you are first of all your tribe, whether be it a Luo or Kuyu, before you are Christian. And I think that is one of the things that ails us as a country, that you are first of all your tribe, then you are then a Christian. That is why we have our man syndrome, our tribe is being persecuted. How can we liberate ourselves from the tribe? If you have maybe put some thought in the politics of tribalism in Kenya, how can we as Christians liberate ourselves from a tribe? Thank you.
That's, for me, that is, that's very simple. If you study the Bible, there was nobody who was more Jewish than Paul. Paul responds and says, even through when he was talking to Peter and others about the meat, and he said, I'm of the tribe of Benjamin, I'm a Pharisee, I've done these and these and these and these. But at the end of the day, all those, I count them nothing now. I count them nothing. Of late, and again, I'm out of the country, so the many things I hear are hearsay. And I was talking to one of my relatives who feels, she feels she's a woman of faith. And she was pointing and she's saying one of the vernacular radio station or TV station, I don't know. He said it's doing a disservice to the community than it was supposed to be, where you believe that we got to appoint elders, we're going to teach our people where they come from. All those are good. Those are important to know who you are and where you come from. But at the end of the day, those things you ask yourself, how valuable are they going to be within what you want to achieve? You're not going to be a Gikuyu forever. You're not going to be, when you come to United States, you're going to be a Luo, you're not going to be this. You're going to be a Christian whenever you go. And that's your mark. But it's so sad that many people get their interest and their attentions from the media and social media and those people who have great voice. And one of the sayings is that when politicians know that they're being observed, they come out with a suggestion: we're being finished. We're being finished. And so you ask yourself, are we being finished or are you being finished? When you are stealing all these things, we were not together. When you stole all these things, you never shared anything with me. But now you want to say we, it is you. And if you're finished, it's up to you. This is a story I would have told you, which was very important to me many years ago when I was a boy. And I'm going to paraphrase it in just 20 seconds. When my father one time was very ill and he went to hospital for a month, and I was expelled from school because I didn't have a building fund. My mother went to the headmaster of the school because he was my friend of my mother, or my father, and asked him if she could borrow 20 shillings so that I can pay the building fund. The man who was a Kikuyu responded and said, well, how are you going to pay me? Your husband may die soon. And on the way, my mother was going home and she was crying, and she met a supervisor of a farm that was close to us. He was a Kipsigis. And she asked her, why are you crying? And he said, I need money to send my kid back to school. And the Kalenjin said, come home and ask my wife to give you not only 20 shillings, but I'll give you 40. And don't worry, until Mzee is out, you pay me. So who is my neighbor among the two? The headmaster or the headmaster or the supervisor of the college? So it is those things that sometimes we don't value them, and they're very shallow in those things, but people know how to use them very well.